boys and girls. I'm Mrs. Swavely, and I am back to share another story with you. Did you ever go to sleep at night, and when you get in bed and you close your eyes, sometimes you hear noises? Well, this is about a little boy named Barry who heard some noises one night when he went to bed. I'm going to put on my reading glasses. Our story is called Peeping and Sleeping by Fran Manushkin. Stars filled the sky and peeps filled the night. Peep, 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 peep. Daddy, who's that peeping? Barry asked. I'll show you, said his father. Put on your slippers and we'll go outside. Now? In the dark? Yes, now. His father hugged him. I promised to stay nice and close. So out the door and down the path, the two of them walked, holding hands in the warm spring night. Stay close, said Barry. I am, said his dad. And as they walked down the hill, the peeping grew louder. Peep, 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 peep. And when they reached the pond, the sound surrounded them. Peep, 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 peep. Here, said Barry's father, click this flashlight on and see what you can find. I'm a little scared, Barry whispered, but I still want to see. It's very dark out there. Barry took a deep breath and counted 1, 2, 3. Then he turned on the flashlight. Click! All I see are weeds, said Barry. Look harder, urged his father. I see frogs, Barry shouted. Lots of tiny frogs. Peep, 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 peep. The frogs puffed into bubbles, a bubble for every peep. And boys and girls, have you ever seen frogs? Frogs by a stream or frogs in a lake? So you are the peepers, Barry smiled. You guessed their name, his father said. We call them spring peepers because they pop out of the pond every spring. I guessed, Barry said proudly, and he flew his light all around, surprising peepers in the mud, and peepers in the weeds, and peepers swaying high in the breeze. Peep, 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 peep. They were everywhere. Barry watched the frogs hopping. Daddy, don't they ever sleep? Not at night, maybe during the day. Daddy, I want to be a peeper, Barry decided. Then I can stay up all night. Can you hop? His father teased. You know I can, Barry answered, and he hopped away saying, peep, 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 peep. Then he shouted, Daddy, come be a peeper with me. All right. And he leaped too, saying, beep, 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 beep. Not beep, Barry giggled. It's peep. Right. Peep, peep, said his father, and they hopped down the path. Whoops, Barry laughed. I hopped out of my slippers. His father stopped and got them. We peepers don't need to wear slippers, Barry decided. You're right, said his father, and so they both hopped home barefoot, close as two frogs could be, through the long, cool, tickly grass. Here's our pond, pretended Barry, as they hopped into the shimmering kitchen light. Now, hop into bed, his father said. Barry did, and they said goodnight. soon as Barry closed his eyes, he heard a soft peep, 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 peep. Barry opened his eyes. There's a peeper in here. He looked around the room, and then he swung upside down and peered under his bed. Daddy, come in quick, Barry called. There's a peeper in my slipper. Can you imagine a peeper in your slipper? How do you get there? Stop teasing, his father said, and go to sleep. But it's true, Barry insisted. Well, I'll be, his father smiled. There is a peeper in your slipper. He must have hopped inside when your slippers came off. The peeper's lost, said Barry sadly. Let's take him back to the pond. He can find it himself, said Barry's father. Just put him on the windowsill and watch what happens. Okay. Barry put the frog in a puddle of moonlight. Peep, peep, the frog called. And a zillion frogs answered. Peep, 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 peep. Plop, the peeper jumped down to the grass. Peep, leap, peep, leap, and he was gone. Now, it's back to bed, said Barry's father. Right, said Barry. You won't hear another peep out of me. And he closed his eyes, and he softly crooned, peep, sleep, peep, sleep, peep, sleep. And as stars filled the sky and frogs filled the pond, Barry fell asleep, 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 asleep. Well, boys and girls, I don't know if you'll be able to go outside and hear any noises. Soon we'll be seeing lightning bugs fly around, but they don't make any noise. But sometimes you hear, of course, birds chirping, and you hear woodpeckers pecking, and maybe sometime you'll be able to hear a frog peeping. Boys and girls, I hope you, again, are enjoying all the time at home with moms and dads and brothers and sisters. And again, we miss you so much. Take care, everybody. Bye.